Hey, what makes a bassist a true legend? Is it fame? Technical mastery? The ability to redefine an instrument? Or is it something far more subtle? The power to hold together the sound of musical giants night after night without stealing the spotlight? For Darryl Jones, the answer lives somewhere between all of these. He is the man who stepped into one of the most intimidating roles in rock history, replacing a founding member of the Rolling Stones, and not only survived, but helped redefine the band's modern groove. From the south side of Chicago to the world's biggest stages, from Miles Davis to Sting, Madonna, and the Rolling Stones. This is the untold story of Darryl Jones, the hidden bass genius behind one of the greatest bands of all time.
Before we continue, subscribe now, like this video, comment, and share.
Darryl Jones was born on December 11, 1961, on the south side of Chicago, a place where music wasn't entertainment, it was in the air. His father was a drummer, deeply immersed in rhythm, while his mother filled the house with soul, jazz, and R&B. Records by Count Basie, Aretha Franklin, Curtis Mayfield, and Motown artists played constantly, shaping Darryl's ears before he even understood what he was hearing. Music education began early. At age 7, his father introduced him to drums and xylophone, grounding him in rhythm before harmony, a foundation that would later define his bass playing. But everything changed when Darryl was 9 years old. Watching his neighbor Angus Thomas perform bass at a school talent show, Darryl experienced what he later described as a moment of clarity. The bass didn't just support the music, it commanded it. Within a year, Darryl was playing bass himself, performing at school with his brother on guitar. The groove came naturally, but discipline followed quickly. Darryl enrolled at Chicago Vocational High School, known for its rigorous music program. This wasn't casual music education, it was professional training. Students learned music theory, sight reading, ensemble performance, jazz harmony, discipline under pressure. By his late teens, Darryl was already gigging professionally around Chicago. Blues clubs, jazz venues, funk gigs, and R&B sessions. Chicago's scene was demanding. If you couldn't groove, you didn't work. And Darryl worked. His reputation spread quickly, a bassist with a deep pocket, clean intonation, and an uncanny ability to serve the song regardless of style. That reputation would soon change his life forever. At just 21 years old, Darryl Jones received a call that would reshape his destiny. His friend Vince Wilburn Jr., drummer and nephew of Miles Davis, recommended him for a gig. Miles Davis, the most influential jazz artist of the 20th century, was assembling a band for his electric, funk-infused fusion era. Darryl got the job. Miles demanded originality. If you played the same thing twice, you might get fired. Darryl has said that this period taught him how to think musically in real time, developing instincts rather than habits, a skill that would become crucial later in his career. From 1983 to 1988, he toured and recorded with Miles Davis, appearing on albums such as Decoy, You're Under Arrest. Playing with Miles was not about comfort, it was about listening, reacting, risk, reinvention. Miles demanded originality. If you played the same thing twice, you might get fired. Darryl has said that this period taught him how to think musically in real time, developing instincts rather than habits, a skill that would become crucial later in his career. After Miles Davis, Darryl Jones was no longer just a promising bassist. He was proven under fire. In 1985, he joined Sting's first solo band, recording The Dream of the Blue Turtles. The album blended pop songwriting with jazz harmony, featuring musicians like Branford Marsalis. Darryl's bass work on the record, and in the documentary Bring on the Night, showcased his ability to balance sophistication with accessibility. From there, his career exploded. He toured and recorded with Peter Gabriel, Herbie Hancock, Madonna, Eric Clapton, Wayne Shorter. Each project demanded a different musical language, and Darryl spoke them all fluently. In 1993, rock history stood at a crossroads. Bill Wyman, founding bassist of the Rolling Stones, retired after more than 30 years with the band. Replacing him was nearly unthinkable. The Stones auditioned multiple bassists, but Darryl Jones stood out immediately. He didn't try to be Bill Wyman. He respected the legacy and then played himself. In 1994, Darryl officially joined the Stones as their touring and recording bassist. Since then, he has played on Voodoo Lounge, 1994, Bridges to Babylon, 1997, Blue and Lonesome, 2016, and every major world tour since the mid-90s. One of the most curious facts about Darryl Jones' Stones tenure is this: he is not officially a Rolling Stones member. Legally and contractually, he is a hired musician. But musically, he is indispensable. Keith Richards, Ronnie Wood, Mick Jagger, and the late Charlie Watts have all publicly praised Darryl's feel, professionalism, and musical intelligence. Charlie Watts, in particular, trusted Darryl implicitly, a relationship built on mutual respect, swing, and restraint. Darryl Jones' playing is defined by control, not flash. His technique blends jazz walking bass, rock solidity, funk syncopation, precise time feel. He favors deep pocket placement, subtle syncopation, melodic fills that never disrupt the groove. Rather than dominating the mix, his bass supports and elevates. This is the mark of a master musician, knowing when not to play. In Stones, songs like Miss You, Start Me Up, or You Can't Always Get What You Want, Darryl anchors the harmony with subtle authority. He outlines chord movement clearly, locks tightly with drums, and leaves space for guitars and vocals. His harmonic choices are rarely obvious, but always correct. This is why the Stones' live sound in the modern era feels solid, elastic, and timeless. Great bass playing isn't about notes, it's about sensation. Darryl's lines can feel warm and grounding, sharp and percussive, smooth and floating. Mick Jagger often collaborates closely with Darryl on rhythmic ideas, adjusting feels until the song breathes correctly. That sensitivity is rare, Maman, and invaluable. At Rock in Rio, Darryl once jumped on stage backstage with another band, grabbed a Rickenbacker bass, and performed Hey Joe, unrehearsed, no charts, no sound check, just groove. That moment perfectly captures who Darryl Jones is, a musician who trusts his instincts completely. In 2022, the documentary Darryl Jones, In the Blood premiered, chronicling his life and career. Featuring interviews with Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Ronnie Wood, Charlie Watts. The film reveals a musician driven by humility, discipline, and love for the groove. Keith Richards sums it up simply: anybody who's played with Miles Davis has my respect. Outside the Stones, Darryl leads projects like the Darryl Jones Project, Stone Raiders. He also founded Jones Musical Instruments, crafting custom basses and guitars designed for professionals and educators. Education, mentorship, and craftsmanship are central to his legacy. Darryl Jones represents the ideal modern bassist. Technically elite, musically humble, emotionally aware. His career proves that longevity in music comes from listening, not ego. Darryl Jones may never be the loudest voice on stage, but when the groove locks in, when the stadium moves as one, when the Stones sound immortal, that's Darryl Jones, the hidden bass genius behind the groove.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next video.